Today we are looking at 10 of the most forgotten flips in the 21st century. This includes wrecks only from NASCAR's top 3 series and wrecks with videos. And I'm sure many of you have seen some, if not all of these flips at one point or another. However, forgotten in this sense is used to describe flips that people do not think about much or talk about much, and are not really included in many YouTube videos because of these two factors. With that said, make sure to leave a like if you enjoy, it really does help me out a lot, and make sure you subscribe so you do not miss a video. Anyways, enjoy the video.
Kenny Schrader is okay, climbed out of his car unhurt, and I tell you that first because when you see the video, you'll wonder how.
Gets around right there going down into turn one. Could be a nut. Oh my goodness. Upside down,
your
over.
internet cornered almost 200 miles per hour.
That had to be quite a ride right there.
I will put this at number 10 because outside of my YouTube videos, I really do not see this crash much at all. Also, this was during a race with a huge hit, so it's a wonder it's not talked about that much. Pocono did not have a catch fence in this turn, which easily could have resulted in Schrader flipping out of the track. In 2010, Casey Kane could have also flipped out of the track on the back straight.
Got a side-by-side battle for the lead. Whoa! Problems early on. Chad Chaffin gets spun around and upside down. Chaffin back onto his wheels. And we were on board with Dennis Setzer.
Dennis made some contact. Looks like he was trying to bump draft him, and he got Chad turned around. There's Terry Cook after such a great effort. He was involved in that action a little bit.
This is one of the few perfect flips in NASCAR. Chad Chaffin was amazingly able to drive away from the wreck. Unfortunately, he could not continue in the race. Chaffin led 4 laps early in the race and would only lead 44 more in his Truck Series career.
Oh, trouble! Multi-car wreck in the front of the field. Oh, and Scott Riggs on his roof. Oh, Riggs! Man, there's been a lot of cars getting on the roof lately.
By lap 65 of the 2005 UAW Ford 500, there were already 2 violent flips. Michael Waltrip suffered a scary flip earlier in the race, and this time it was Scott Riggs. A hard hit sent him on his roof, then slid for about 100 yards before tumbling end over end. 2005 would be known as the year of the flips, as there were 8 that year, the most in the 21st century. This is by far the worst wreck on the list, and is probably on the list because it is overshadowed by Michael Waltrip's flip just laps before.
Like this, especially when you're a rookie. Oh, there it goes!
In the middle.
Oh,
no.
Lost away himself and upside down is the 45 of Majeski.
Let's hope he gets back on his tires here.
That thing's square on the roof. What a shame.
Although this wreck happened just under 2 years ago, it is starting to go down the path of forgotten. NASCAR on Fox's YouTube channel only has 23,000 views on a video of the flip, the most viewed video of it. For reference, Joey Logano's flip from 2021 has a video with over 10 times the views.
The idea place this time of the race especially, but it's hard to make it work through there, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just not the spot to do it. And these are some of the mistakes that will be made throughout this race. As these drivers have more and more experience, they realize, hey, don't touch each other going through that tri-oval.
In qualifying here on Friday afternoon, crashed up in the S's and turned the car over, had to go to backup. Had a really good race car. Here's that qualifying lap Friday afternoon. Gets that left rear in the dirt. The Caterpillar car goes around, backs in the fence, and watch this, climbs that fence and does a slow roll over, lands on its wheels, and Ward got out, threw his helmet, and said, I made a mistake.
The only reason I do not have this flip higher is because I've included it in many of my videos, so many of my regular viewers have seen it. However, the fact it happened in qualifying plays a huge factor in why it's forgotten. So Ward Burton has a claim to the softest rollover in NASCAR's history. He would start 37th and finish 21st in the race.
Sadler. Elliott's with me now, and I'm sure you've heard the story since yesterday of one of the most dramatic incidents of the 2000 season to date. In turn 1, yesterday afternoon, half hour left in the final practice. You're riding with Elliott Sadler. There's the tire blowing. There's the first time over, second, third. How many times did you go over, Elliott?
I think we ended up 12 times before it was all said and done. It's definitely the scariest time of my life, but I tell you what, the Wood brothers built me a great race car as far as being safe.
How could a crash where a driver flipped 12 times be forgotten? Well, for starters, it happened in a practice session over 20 years ago. Another factor is that there was not a good angle of the entire flip, just the end of it. Also, it's an interesting flip because his tire blew, he got backwards, then got airborne. I can't think of any other instance where this happened.
Jarrett to the outside. All that skirmishing left a clear path for Jarrett on the outside.
Oh, trouble!
Rudd in the wall, hard. Schrader in the wall, hard. Jarrett the winner. Gordon second. And Rudd on his roof for the second time in the Bud shootout. Reminiscent of 1984 when his car tumbled in the air. Ricky Rudd, Bobby Labonte wrecked.
As pointed out, this was Rudd's second time flipping in the Bud shootout, the first time happening 16 years prior. Ricky slid for an eternity on his roof, sliding just shy of the finish line. 2000 would be Rudd's second season without a win since 1983, however, he finished 5th in points. Amazingly, Rudd won a race in 18 different seasons, but only had 23 wins. He never scored more than 2 wins in a single season.
You could see the car of Sterling Marlin moving up the racetrack. A lot of times you'll get an arrow push off that corner up there. I'm sure he didn't mean to touch Bobby Labonte, but when he touched him, that just started the whole series. And of course, Ricky, he was just along for the ride once he got touched.
Napa 300. Jeff Green, last year's runner-up. There he is climbing. He's already got his cap on.
Wow.
After flipping that car at 190 miles an hour, he's got a sponsor cap on and walking away. I guess he's all right.
Boy, that just tells you how well these cars are built, and the roll cage did its job.
See what happened here, coming through the tri-oval.
Jeff Green gets a little assistance there from behind, and you can see the car just lifting off the ground right there. It rolls several times here, but you notice the part that he's in does not really hit the racetrack.
Just 13 laps into the 2000 Busch Series season, Jeff Green ended up rolling over. The roof flaps in this instance really helped the car from tumbling and setting it back down on all fours after getting on the roof. With 2000 getting off to the worst possible start, it would be Green's best season in NASCAR, accumulating 6 wins and 25 top 5s in 32 races, and the Busch Series championship.
Like he saw that opening down there on the
entire
inside
test session for all 3 series on the backstretch. Eric Almarola from Joe Gibbs Racing makes some contact coming down the track and ends up on his roof. Fortunately, only the car was damaged. It was a very scary looking tumble, mostly because he was upside down for quite a while, but the safety crews of the track got the car back on its wheels and got Almarola out, but a tough way to get accustomed to Daytona.
During a 2007 Busch Series test at Daytona, Eric Almarola got airborne and landed on his roof before hitting the grass and rolling over one more time back on his roof. This wreck has the perfect formula for being forgotten. First, it was a practice session in the Busch Series and a low-profile driver at the time.
Briggs is in that 86 RC Cola Dodge.
Crash on the backstretch, pretty good.
We got, oh my, Ryan McLaughlin has tagged the inside barriers on the backstretch, bringing out our 4th caution.
You can see him moving around inside that truck, so that's the good news, but he did do very, very heavy damage to the back end of that truck. He's probably done for the day.
And let's get a look at it here. Oh my.
Man.
He rolled it.
He got upside down. He got clear into the inside of the truck. He hit those big tires that were protecting that inside guardrail.
2000 saw the most flips in the 2000s across the top 3 series, 9, and this is just one of them. This is one of those crashes where the commentators did not know it was a flip until they saw the replay, creating a pretty dramatic reveal. It was also an extremely hard hit to the inside wall. McLaughlin would only start 11 more NASCAR races after the 2000 season, all in the Truck Series. He would attempt 7 Cup races, but never make the field. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.